Hey Coug fans, Beth O'Donnell here with another edition of This Week in Cougar Athletics. Today we're outside Holland-Bearing Fieldhouse where demolition has begun for the new Cougar Football Operations Building. Each week we bring you the top stories, highlights, and let you know what's planned for the week to come. So let's get started. Cougar swimming defeated Oregon State last Friday 137 to 125 points. During the meet, there were 6 lead changes and 1 tie. WSU junior Emma Johansson and senior Kelsey Brugman finished 1-2 in the 100 butterfly, giving the Cougars a late lead they refused to let go of. In the WSU track and field Cougar Indoor and Cougar Multis this past weekend, a handful of Cougar student athletes broke some long-time records. Todd Wakefield had a winning men's mile time of 4 minutes, 8.97 seconds, allowing him to break a 10-year-old meet record. The WSU women's 4x400 meter relay team won in a time of 3 minutes, 46.07 seconds, breaking the 2006 USC meet record time of 3 minutes, 46.3 seconds. The Cougars completed the meet with a commanding win where both the Cougar men's and Cougar women's teams defeated Idaho and Montana. Basketball came away with a win last Saturday against Oregon State. Senior and reigning male WSUCougars.com Student Athlete of the Week, Mike Ladd scored a career-high 23 points against Oregon State. The OSU win was the first road victory of the season for the Cougars. Women's basketball also defeated Oregon State last week. Sophomore Tia Presley led WSU with 16 points in the Oregon game, which is her 8th time leading and scoring this season. In the OSU game, WSU came back from a 14-point halftime deficit, sending the game to overtime, where the Cougars then scored the final 9 points in OT for the victory. Freshman Leah Galdera had a game-high 22 points against Oregon State. Tennis competed at the ITA National Indoor Qualifying Tournament this past weekend. Junior Olga Musovic won both her singles matches in the tournament, but it was not enough to help the Cougars defeat number 26 Purdue and number 38 Arkansas. Not only did Cougar Athletics see a full week of competition, but baseball began practice last Friday afternoon in preparation for the season opener Friday, February 15th. Also on Saturday, WSU Athletics and student athletes put forth a collaborative effort to host the Special Olympics East Region Basketball Tournament. Take a look.
We're holding the 2013 East Region Basketball Tournament here at Washington State University. It's our first year here, and our athletes are enjoying the environment to play in front of collegiate athletes and to rub shoulders with them and showcase their skills.
Yeah, I think it's great to come out and watch the sport that we love to play and be able to support everyone else that comes out and supports us.
I think not only are we helping, them out, but I think they're helping us out a lot. It's a humbling experience to see all these people come out here at, in one place to have a really good time.
It's been great so far. We've seen some good three-pointers and a couple takes to the hoop that have been pretty intense, and it's just good to get out here and see the athletes competing against each other.
Me as an athlete, it's great to get involved and be the physical activity with basketball and sharing our insight and our experiences with other kids and helping them out and having a great time.
Over 500 Special Olympic athletes competed in the tournament, and more than 300 volunteers showed their support, with over half being student athletes. That sums up what happened last week. Now let's take a look at what's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Men's basketball takes on Arizona State at 8 p.m. Thursday. Then at 7 p.m. Saturday, the Cougars will host Arizona, both in Beasley Coliseum. Saturday's game will be a whiteout game, so be sure to wear your white so we can show Arizona how it's really done. The first 6,000 fans get a free whiteout t-shirt courtesy of Rockwood and ASWSU. If you cannot make it to the games, you can watch them both as they will be televised on the Pac-12 networks. Indoor track and field will compete at the Vandal Indoor All Day Friday in Moscow, Idaho. Then on Saturday, the Cougars will compete in the Vandal Collegiate, also in Moscow, Idaho. Swimming will host a meet against Idaho at 5 p.m. Friday in Gibb Pool. Women's basketball will head to Arizona to take on Arizona State at 6 p.m. Friday in Tempe, Arizona. Then on Sunday, the Cougars will take on Arizona at 1 p.m. in Tucson, Arizona. Both of the games can be heard on KQQQ 1150 a.m. in the Pullman area, as well as through WSUCougars.com. That's all that's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Be sure to check out WSUCougars.com for schedules, results, and highlights. Until next week, I'm Beth O'Donnell. Go Cougs!